We're just going to have to do this.
Can you hear me?
I can.
can.
Ah, wow!
Yay.
My goodness, so some days. All right, here we go. Let me get everybody in. Thank you for your patience. Good afternoon. Okay. I'll do this really quick. Give me 1 second. Second time doing it by myself, so just thank you for your patience. I'm going to do my video. That should make me bigger. That made me bigger to you guys, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You are.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. We're going to get started in like 30 seconds. I'm so glad my audio started working. I was like, oh no, this will not be good. It's recording. I can see you all. And you can hear me. Yeah, I see there was some faces. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Concetta. Hi, guys.
Hi.
All right. I think everybody's in. You guys have mats. If you have your strap, you can go ahead and grab that now. We're going to use that today. Or a long beach towel. Any kind of towel you can use, or any kind of strap. A yoga strap, a belt you can use, or a robe tie. A robe tie is a really good one. I've actually used a robe tie upstairs in my room. You can use a robe tie. So it's just going to be something that's going to be able to be held in your hands. Yep, you got it. There you go, Conchetta.
It was like bright orange with a square tail.
All right, it's got to let everybody in. All right, I think everybody is in that is coming in. Oh, one more. Okay, that's good. That's good. We got a lot of people coming today, so that's not a bad thing. Let me just make sure I'm letting everybody in. And it looks like we are good to go. Okay, guys, good afternoon. Come onto your mat for me. Do that cross-legged position. Just have a seat. I'm going to go move to the back of my mat. I just want to make sure nobody's going to get in last second. I think they should all be here. It's 12:16, so we're going to get started. So if you do have something like this, like a yoga strap we've used before, or a robe tie or a towel, you do not have to have one, but we will use that in a little bit. Have you guys come down to a seated position. Raise of hands, or for who, there's 3 of you I can see, or if you guys want to unmute. Did anybody do what we did on Saturday, the practice with a hip opener for sitting or cycling or a lot of walking? Did you guys do this for the 90 seconds? If anybody can raise their hand where they are going to take it, you put it over here. We're going to do the stretch in a second. If you did, I stuck with a challenge, and I've gotten progressively maybe like a ½ an inch each day down a little bit. Feels like you're starting back to square one, but we're going to go ahead and do that now. Sit up tall. Nice deep breath in. Let your ears and shoulders come together. Close your eyes, hold, and now release. We're gonna go into this nice hip opener. So what I just want us to do is sit on our sit bones. We're gonna start with this leg. We're gonna bring this close into our body. Keep this leg on the ground. Take this up if possible and try to place it on the upper part right above the kneecap on the thigh. Otherwise, you can also just leave it here on the ground. This is an option. Get it as high up as you can. You can also bring this leg out a little bit more if that helps. Both sit bones on the ground, hips are squared to the front, and we're just going to relax. You should feel a very awesome stretch. Now, one side might be a larger amount of space than the other. Our goal in this class, we're going to hold this for 2 minutes today. If it is super uncomfortable, I want you to be very safely grab your shin and right under your knee and come out of it and then go back in. If you're all the way up here, that's totally normal. I can't believe you've been doing it for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today is the 5th day. How much deeper I'm able to do this. Watch too, because your body wants to kind of turn. So make sure you square yourself to the front. Sit bones are sit on the ground. Shoulders are back and down. Place your hands gently on your thighs. Take a deep inhale in and a nice exhale. For the last minute, if you can, I want you to take these fingertips and I want you to crawl them forward. I want you to leave your foot right where it is, wherever the knee can go. Deep breath in, crawl forward. I need you to keep activity going on in your toes. This is a very intense stretch. We're going to do this at the end of class also. Nice deep breath in, another 2 fingertips forward. Shoulders away from ears. We have about another 20 seconds left in this stretch. Wherever you need to modify, please do. Don't forget to breathe. And if you can slowly start to bring your chest and chin together, right tucked in. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Slowly walk back up. Slowly grab the same, right between the middle of the calf and shin, right under, and grab your knee up. Place your foot on the ground and safely bring the other knee up to switch to the other side. We're gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna mute. I forgot to hit mute all, so just give me 1 second. All right, now we're gonna go to the other leg. Take this leg in, sit bones are on the ground. We're gonna bring this leg up. This one is a little bit more difficult for me, so the tightness is over on this hip. So I'm gonna grab this up. It's made some progress. So you can see it's much different. If you see the difference between where my knee was landing on the other leg, look how much further. I have almost 1.5 feet here, okay? I'm gonna reposition my sit bones, bring my knee in a little bit here and my foot in a little bit. Let myself press through, gently place on my thighs. Shoulders are back and down. Take a nice deep breath in and release. If you have anything bothering you in your knee, any sharp knife-like pain, please do not go that deep then. Bring it to the ground if you need to for a modification. Otherwise, we're gonna go a little bit deeper in. The next 30 seconds, we're just gonna have silence and hold. For the next minute, we're gonna slowly walk these fingertips forward. Remember, keep your shoulders and ears away from each other. Brace the core, zip up, and tip forward. This is as far as you have to go. If that is reaching your point, for this side, for me, that is a lot. So this side or the other side might have talked to you a little bit more. If you have feedback from your body, listen to it, okay? Only go about 1/2 inch out at a time. When you can, you're gonna check your chin to chest and walk out slowly. This should get almost to the point that it's kind of like when we're foam rolling and it gets a little bit like you wanna wince. That's normal. And for the next 30 seconds, 20 to 30, you can come down, hold your chin to chest, and breathe. Don't let it get the best of you. Feel yourself through the last few seconds of this movement. Allow yourself this time. In 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to slowly walk back up. I don't know about any of you, but I'm glad to come out of it. We're going to grab a hold safely. Lift this leg up and off, and safely lift your knees up and together. Bring both feet out in front of you. We're going to lift toes out, hands out, all the way up, and forward fold and hold. Right now, you're flexing your feet if possible, please. Bend your knees slightly and make yourself a little cave and hide in it for a second. Now I want us to roll back up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, pointing the toes, reach up. And now we're going to forward fold, sitting with our toes pointed. You can come to your thighs, your shins, your ankles, your toes, or past your toes, depending on your flexibility. That's what we're working on, right? Lengthening to strengthen. So we're lengthening our body, tuck the chin to chest, and hold. You also can bend your knees. Don't be afraid to bend those knees slightly. Feel an awesome lower back stretch. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and release up. Awesome. So come up to sitting, please. We're going to do this. We're going to take one leg, bring this knee in, and this time we're just going to do one leg at a time, okay? So this is going to stay here with a pointed toe and a bent little bit if you need knee. I want you to shift your hips so your body weight and hips is over the toe. So it's like knee, ankle, toe. We're going to come up with a bent knee if you need to, and you're going to reach over. We're going to hold this for 15 seconds. Feel a nice side body stretch. If you can straighten it up, if it's better to take it and give it into a flex position, that's perfectly fine. Now this time I want us to stay here, wherever you're holding on to, on the same leg, same hand. And now I want us to open our hearts to the sky. Come back, both hands going down, and hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, come up. Whew, and release. We're going to go to the other side. So to bring the other leg out, we're going to bring this leg in. Shift your body weight so that your hips are over knee, ankle, toe. Same thing. Reach up. If you need to, bend the knee a little bit and go in. Think about your fingertips lengthening. Think about even bending that knee a little bit. Give it love, okay? Don't lock that knee out. Let the silence be your guide today. Let your body speak to you. Now we're slowly 5, 4, 2, release and flex the foot. We're going to come down and hold. Again, bent knee if you need be for a modification. There's no race. Each side is going to be different than the other depending on the day. Try to chuck your chin to chest and drive your knee down right by the nose and knee. But it's okay if they don't touch. If you can straighten it back out, it's even better. And then I want you to slowly roll up. Open your heart to the sky. Lengthen this arm as much as you can. Let your forearm rest on this leg. And slowly come back to the center and hold. Give it your best stretch. Awesome, and roll up. We're gonna use the arms now for a little bit. So I want you to come to a seated position again. If you need to get a sip of water, feel free, please, to get a sip of water. You can use, like I said, a towel or a rope strap, whatever you have on hand. Take this, we're gonna just let it gently stay right between the thumbs. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna come right to a Y. So like a Y, this would be an I, Y, and this would be a T. So right now, we're gonna take and bring you up to a Y. Shoulders are back and down. It's just gently laying. So you don't even need a strap, okay? It's just like, it's a fancy, awesome option, but you don't have to have it, because you could do the same thing without it. Now, we've done this before. What I want us to do is we're gonna slowly make this Y a little bit wider, gently hold it, breathe in through the nose, and come to the side. Opening up your heart to the sky. An amazing side body stretch. Let this hip not take over. Both sit bones must stay on the ground. If they start to want to creep up, come up a little bit. Close your eyes and breathe. A nice light spinal twisting, opening, closing, opening, and closing. And slowly inhale, and on the exhale, come back up to the top. We're gonna do the other side. So regroup your center position. Go to the other side. I'm gonna go to my plant. Open the heart to the sky. This time, open your eyes. Can you see your hand? Can you make sure your shoulders away from your ears? Keep your hand in your peripheral vision. Eye gaze is to the sky or ceiling. And we're gonna kind of close and then open. Just a little sway forward and back. A nice deep inhale in. And on the exhale, back up to center. Awesome. Now in a seated position, we can do the exact same thing we can do standing. So let's say seated while we're down on the ground, why not? Come to seated. You can tuck the knees in. If you cannot sit on your knees, that's perfectly fine. You can stay in a seated position. Or you can also sit up on your feet a little bit without falling into your feet. So don't let yourself fall into your feet. You want to just be aware that there's some kind of like light brace in the core and you're lipping up right through. And we're gonna go all the way forward, and you can come here as far as you can go and then to the back. And I'm gonna show it from the side. I'm gonna do this for 10. So we're gonna come to the forward, try to rotate through as far as you can, but once you get to that point, you wanna stop where it's uncomfortable and come back to the front. We're gonna do this for 2. Total of 10. Each time, you may be able to rotate through a little bit further. This is one of those with your shoulders. Make sure you're paying attention to your ability to move. You do not have to move with me. Please give me 4 more wherever you are. Don't forget to breathe. Last one. And release. Awesome. Take this behind. I want us to have a seat again. A cross leg normal position, however it feels comfortable. You also can sit in a cobbler's pose if you want to do a little bit of a hip opening. Okay, that's up to you. Or you can go back and sit in the other position we were in. I want you to take your hands behind you, clasp behind you. Okay, so on the side it would look like this. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to rotate them over to one hip, and then we're just going to hold it. Okay, depending on the hip we're on. So from the back it looks like this. Like I'm going to hold it to this hip, or I'm going to hold it to this hip. And we're going to hold there for 1 minute. I'm going to face sideways so you guys can see it. So roll your shoulders back and down. Again, you can sit up or stand up. They're right in the middle right now, okay? And right now I want you to lift them up and rotate to one side, just bring it to the side. Shoulders are back and down. Feel an awesome stretch throughout the shoulder, upper body. You do not have to get all the way over. You can stop in the middle and stay just here. Right in the middle is perfectly awesome modification. And hold for 30 seconds. It is in silence, we'll be able to hear our bodies. "15 more seconds. Remember, don't pull. Be gentle with yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly release yourself down. Shake it out for a second. We're gonna go back into the other side. So for me, remember, I was behind, right? I was on the other side. This arm was out. So now I'm gonna go to the other side. So wherever that is for you. So shoulders are square to the front. Look at yourself. Bring them to the middle, right between lower back. Bend those elbows. And now switch to the other side, wherever that is for you. Bend this elbow, shoulders back and down. I'm gonna slowly rotate again while I'm in this position so you can see it from the back. So again, I'm not really pulling. This is a shoulder that I had an issue with. So I want you to be cautious with it. Do not pull, be gentle with yourself. All we're doing is stretching. If all you did was just put it right here and had your shoulders back and down for 2 minutes, that would be an amazing accomplishment. Any point you need a break, stop. For me, this shoulder is a little bit more bothersome. So I'm gonna go back into the last 15 seconds now. Make sure shoulders are back and down. Pay attention to all the movements, breathing. 3, 2, and release. And come down. Oh, that should feel good. You should need a little bit. Shake it out. Shake out your wrists. Shake out your arms. Shake out your shoulders. Kind of do some lifting up and rolling for a second, whatever way you need to do it for you. We are going to come into our 90-90 position. I want you to come to the front of the mat. This leg is at 90. Foot is active. Knee, ankle, foot, 90 degrees, okay? What I want us to do is we're going to shift our weight forward so the hips are facing forward. We're going to try to lean forward so that one arm is on the outside of this foot and the outside of this knee, okay? Now, the option is to stay right here. Everybody with me. Shift your hips forward, square them to the front. Chest is forward. Hold here if you need it, or slowly walk yourself down. Each time taking a big deep breath to wherever you can hold for the next 90 seconds. This is a fantastic hip complex stretch. The psoas muscle, you should feel everything in those glutes, hips. If you want, you can walk your arms out to the front, be on the forearms and set the head down on the mat. We have about another 30 seconds. So I want you to find the place that is going to be a little bit uncomfortable, not painful. Another option is to take your palm and make one fist right here, the other fist, and then rest your forehead on your fist, 1 or 2 high. It's like making your own yoga block. So 15 full seconds, please breathe. And slowly walk it back up. And release. We're going to switch to the other side to bring the 90-90 to the other leg. Switch feet. This one comes out to the front, foot is active. This comes back, so knee, ankle, foot is in a line. Remember, you need to shift yourself forward, face forward with the hips, elbows come up like this. Okay, this is going to be the way it's going to help you. And I want you to come down slowly, if you can, and walk your knee, run outside the knee and one outside the foot. That's the distance you want, okay? The shifting forward. And now you're going to find your place to hold. Now remember, the modification on this side, again, if it's different. Try to push through the hip, open the hip up, and slowly come forward, wherever that is for you today. We're here for a full 90 seconds, remember. If it's the forearms or coming down to the mat. I know for me, I just like that option of stacking my fists on top of each other and coming down. Ask yourself, what is your body telling you? Do you need to shift more over? Do you need to reach forward because you can go another 1/4 inch? Do you need to come all the way to the ground? Or you need to stay up here today? Make sure you're shifting that weight forward to get yourself and chest right over the shin. 15 full seconds of hold. If we continue to breathe, we will continue to make progress. Slowly walk it up and release. Oh gosh, that felt good, right? That should feel really, really, really good. All right. Let's take and grab that strap again. Put it at the back of your feet. We're gonna walk ourselves to the side. We've done this before. I'm just gonna lay back. All you're gonna do is grab both the feet into the strap, lay back onto your back, and put your feet into the air. I'm gonna become like one with the jungle. I'm gonna move myself up a little bit. Person like I have green hair. All I want you to do is point and flex to the sky or to your ceiling. And now I want you to take one hand and the other, and I want you to pull a little bit closer. Inhale, and on the exhale, pull a little bit closer. And then on the inhale and exhale, we're going to stay here for another 30 seconds. Shoulders are away from your ears. We're going to end the class. Back where we started. We started about 2 minutes later with my voice issues. So in the next 5 seconds, we're going to slowly roll back up. Sit yourself back. We're going to spend 30 seconds on each stretch, and I really encourage you to each side. Grab this leg in again. Bring this knee up, and this should be a lot better. Grab this leg, press down, place it here, and hold for 30 seconds. Shoulders are back and down. A smile's on our face. This should feel a little bit easier, a little bit of activity in the toes. Look side to side if you want to make it integrated stretch. You could do your neck at the same time. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to slowly go to the other side. Bring your knee in and up. Position yourself where you need to be. Take your time. There's no rush. You can press end meeting and still keep doing this. Hands at your side. Set the intention of yourself for the day. Give yourself an inner smile. That was an intense stretching session, so make sure you drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. We have 10 more seconds. Again, challenge. Next week, Wednesday, this stretch, both sides, work towards 90 seconds to 2 minutes on each side. And let's see how much distance we can make go away here, okay, each week. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye. Slowly walk yourself out of it when you're ready. You can stay there. If so, you're all good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Great job today. That was intense.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a great day. Good to see you guys.
You too.
I'm glad you're on here.
I can't walk.
Wait till you walk later. You're going to be like, oh, that felt so good. Don't be surprised if you're a little sore from this, but please, please, please try to get that in every day. I'm not kidding. It's going to be life-changing.
Okay.
We'll do it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Great to see you. Thank you.